Okay, good evening, everybody. Today is Tuesday, January 26th, and our ordinance committee meeting is going to start pretty soon. We have an excuse from Chair Estela Reyes. She has some family issues that she needs to stay with them at this moment. So far, we have Council President LaPlante, and we have our new member. He's old, but he's new members for us, Mr. Jorge Gonzalez. We also have Mr. Payano, and I think we have come to begin our meeting. Okay, can we begin? Councilor President LaPlante, is Selena part of this meeting?
Councilor Selena Reyes is part of this meeting. Apparently, she's not here at this point. So in her absence or the chair's absence, either one, I'm filling in. And so I'm here voting until you get a quorum. If you don't get a quorum, I'm here for the whole meeting.
Okay.
Madam Chair, if I may.
Yes, go ahead.
I just want to make it clear that I'm not here as a voting member or anything like this. I'm just here once you take up a certain item, if there are questions as a chair of the Charter Committee, if there are questions around the charter amendment that I might be able to answer, that Attorney Ruano is not able to answer, then I would jump in to be able to reply to those questions.
Thank you, Councilor Payano. You are our guest tonight. Thank you for taking part of the time to be with us. Okay, then we are going to begin our meeting by reading the pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020, order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, GLC 3818, and the Governor's March 15, 2020, order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that might gather in one place. This meeting is being conducted via remote participation. Not in-person attendance or members of the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceeding as provided for in the order. A reminder that persons who would like to listen to view this meeting while in progress might do use of any of the following access locations: Facebook, Lawrence City Council page, www.facebook.com, the Lawrence City Council, or by YouTube, Lawrence City Council page, www.youtube.com, channel UC2T, and so. Maria, we are ready for the Pledge of Allegiance. If you can stand up, please do it. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice
for all.
Welcome everybody. Maria, can you please do the roll call for attendance?
Roll call.
Yes.
Councilor Gonzalez.
Here.
Council President LaPlante.
Here.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Here.
Thank you.
With that in mind, we also have Officer Cano, who is going to be doing his presentation later, and we welcome him. Mr. Boucher that we have on the line, and Attorney Raquel Ruano. Okay, then we're going to go to the agenda, and we are going to set the minutes from the previous meeting to be approved tonight. Then the motion is to approve the minutes from the previous meeting that we have.
Council, Madam Chair, it may be in order for us to suspend with that this evening because we have a new member and I wasn't a part of that committee meeting. So with all respect, we may want to push that to the next meeting, Madam Chair.
Okay, then we suspend that. Thank you, Council President. Then we're gonna go to our agenda, and our agenda, the one that I have for today is for the new business that we have for January 19, 2021. We would like to start with the item 321, handicap parking, 77 Shaheen Road, Luis Aponte. Officer Cano, would you have some information about that? We cannot hear you. You are muted. Okay.
Yes. Just give me one moment.
Okay.
Okay.
Vice Chair, Councilor
Yes.
De La Cruz.
Yes.
I don't think these have been sent to Officer Cano.
Oh, not yet.
No,
Okay.
I've
We're
been,
going to ask Mr. Cano to.
the first,
I have an item before Mr. Cano that I would like to bring out. That is item 15120. I'm trying to find it in my agenda. 15120. It is table 151. Uh, 15120 is on page. Gosh.
Madam Chair, if it's helpful, it was on July 21st, 2020.
Yes, it's on page 2 on the agenda. And it's a table matter that I would like, I have a motion to take it out. 15120. It's a request to amend a zoning ordinance per MGL C40A section 5, the proposed planned industrial district by Councilor Reyes. I would like to make a motion to take the item out of table.
I'll make that motion, Council Vice Chair.
Second.
Discussion?
Yes, Council President.
Madam Chair, I've got some good news on this particular document. This document is already on the full council agenda under tabled matters. This is a duplicate item. So it's, I would encourage us to, it's an error to be on this committee because it was already voted out of this committee. So I would encourage us to make that change to reflect that it should not be in this committee. It's at the full council. And at the full council level, just for your information, we've already ordered a public hearing. And at the next council, I'm going to make sure that it's not going to take place next Tuesday because the posting requirements haven't been met. But at the next full city council meeting, I'm going to ask to bring that up because it's already there. And then I'll make the comment that this is going to be a public hearing probably for the first meeting in March.
Exactly. That's what I would like to take it out of table and then ask for a public order a public hearing. Then I need this to be approved. I mean,
Madam Chair, it's already at the full council level. The full council already took a vote for it to have a public hearing. That's already been done. It should not be at the ordinance committee right now. It's already at the full council level. So what I'm going to request is that this committee recognize that this is a duplicate. It's at the full council. I already looked at it before this meeting started to double check, and it is on the table matters at the full council level. I can confirm that. And at next Tuesday's meeting, again, just to repeat, I'm going to then make sure that we're all aware that there's going to be a posting requirement that needs to be satisfied. It's number one. And number two, we're going to have that public hearing. We're going to instruct the clerk to make sure the public hearing takes place by the first meeting in March.
I will second that motion, Council President.
So it's not really a motion because it's
Okay.
already there. I'm just asking if we can, if through you, Madam Chair, just realize that this should not be at the council level. It's already the full council. So this needs to be removed, frankly, out of this. It should just be redacted out because it's already at the full council level.
Okay, Council President, my petition at this moment is to be removed because it's already there.
It is.
To change the meeting, the public hearing for the meeting in March for the full city council.
And-
Maria, do you understand that piece?
Yes, I do. Just to remove this item from the ordinance agenda because it's already at the full council.
Exactly. Then thank you. That was easy. Okay. Well, Mr. Cano, while you're getting ready, can we continue or are you ready for us?
Yes, go ahead. I'm ready.
Oh, yeah, are you ready? Okay, Mr. Cano is going to do, can you please call each number of the item that you will ask, and then we can make a motion?
Okay.
Thank you.
So 22, 22. 213, 20. 225, 20. 231, 20. 223, 20. Did I say that one already?
No.
No, okay. 222, 20. 217, 20. 239, 20. 236, 20. 244, 20. 381. 381, 19. 188, 20. And 198, 20. And then the last three are 40, 39, 39, 19, 40, 19, and I believe it's 42, 19.
Then I will make a motion to take all of that as a together.
I make a motion that we take that as a block, Madam Chair.
Yes, sir. Let's take it as a block. Selena is there now. Anybody to second the motion, please?
Yes.
Madam Chair, if Councilor Reyes is here, I don't need to be here anymore because we have a quorum. So I will excuse myself from this meeting.
Okay, but we need you to be there helping out.
I cannot be a voting member this evening, Council Chair, because the rules prohibit me from doing that.
Okay.
We do have a quorum.
Okay, thank you.
Unless, and I just see that Councilor Reyes has just left, so perhaps I can stick around. So there you have it. So as long as you don't have a quorum, I can participate.
Okay, thank you. Then, Mr. Cano, you're ready to begin.
Okay. So give me one more second. I'm trying to get this all in order. A lot of numbers and I should have had them in order and I don't. Just want to try and get them. Does it matter or?
No, can you go in order through the agenda? That way we can follow you from page 2. Do you have the agenda?
Let me check here. 239, 236.
It is a lot of items altogether and
There are.
we need to follow them one by one.
Okay. So the first one is it 240, 243.20? Is that the one you have first?
The first one that I have tabled from 2020 is the 223.
223.
And you had 216, 217, 222, 223. Why don't you give us the number that you have, Mr. Cano? That way, I don't want to lose you.
So you have. Are you going from the January 12th to the
January, the top item, January 26, 2021 meeting.
Okay.
Madam Chair, would it be in order just to dispense with some easy business first? I see the document 321 is handicap parking at Shawshene Road. Would it be in order for me just to make a motion that we send that to the police department for their review? And then we can just move down the line.
Go ahead, Council President.
I'd like to make a motion that we take document, a new business, document 321 handicap parking at 77 Shawshene Road, and send that to the police department for their review.
We need somebody to second the motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Roll call.
Aye.
Aye. Call roll, please, Maria.
Roll call for document 3-21.
Yes.
Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Council President LaPlante,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion passed.
Okay, we need another motion for 421.
I'd like to make the motion that we send document 421 handicap park 39 Main Street to the police department for their review.
Yes. Second.
Roll call, please.
Roll call for document 4-20. Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor President LaPlante,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes.
Motion passed. Thank you.
Then we have another item, item 521. Council President LaPlante, can you make a motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we send document 521, replace the 2-hour parking with 1-hour parking at 56 Brookville Street at the intersection of Easton Street to the police department for their review.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Roll call for document 5-21. Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Council President Mark LaPlante,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you.
Counselor,
Excuse me, Councilor President. I want to let you know I'm present.
okay, I'm gonna have to leave this meeting, Counselor, because you do have a quorum now, and our rules don't allow me to participate unless there's a need for me for a quorum. So I'll be watching the meeting, Counselor. I just cannot participate and vote.
Okay, if we need you, we're gonna call you. Okay, be on call.
I'll be on, but I can't vote, Counselor. I'm as if I'm not here, but I'm gonna be watching.
Okay, thank you. Welcome, Council Selena Reyes. Okay, we're going to item, we did 421, Maria, right?
Yeah, and 521.
And 521. Then we're gonna do item 921. Somebody to make a motion?
Make a motion
Motion to,
to move.
yes. Motion to send it for public hearing?
Yes.
Okay, somebody to,
Is it to public hearing or to the Officer Cano for the interview?
Cano, Officer Cano, I'm sorry. Council Selena Reyes, we need somebody to second the motion. Councilor Reyes.
The council. I'm back, Counselor. I don't see that she's here. So as long as I'll
I
be
think,
around, that's helpful. So go ahead.
yeah, I think we're losing her. She's not. Then Council LaPlante, Council President,
Yes.
can you second the motion, please?
Yes, I will.
Okay, roll call, Maria.
Roll call for document 9-21. Council President LaPlante,
Yes.
Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes.
Motion
Motion,
passed. Thank you.
thank you. Continue with new business. Somebody to make a motion for item 28020, tenant parking only, sign 17 Alma Street, apartment 3, Elizabeth Ramos.
Make a motion to
Make a motion to approve.
approve.
Second.
I would alter that to send to the tenant parking or to the police department for recommendation would be my recommendation.
Ms. Reyes is on now.
And I'm gone again.
I'm so sorry. I really bad connection today.
Yes. Council Selena Reyes, we are asking for item 280-20, tenant parking only, 17 Alma Street. Then Mr. Gonzalez already make a motion, and we are looking for somebody to approve. To second the motion. Council Selena Reyes.
I'm sorry, I'm muted. I'm second.
Okay. Maria, roll
Roll
call.
call for document 280-20. Councilor Selena Reyes,
Yes.
Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Motion.
Thank you.
We continue with item 281-20, disclosure by municipal employee by Andres Russo. Is Andres Russo online? John? John? Yes. Can you try to see if Andres Russo is online? Okay. Then Mr. Gonzalez or Selena, either one of you had to make a motion to send it to for public hearings. Item 281-20.
Madam Chair, I don't think it's required for a public hearing. You can just send it to the full council for a vote.
Thank you. Just somebody to make a motion to send it to the full council.
Make a motion to sell full council.
Selena. Council Selena Reyes, you have to unmute yourself and stay on mute.
It appears that we've lost her again, Madam Chair. To facilitate this, I'll be happy to take it until she comes back.
Okay.
I will vote in favor of it. Is this a favorable recommendation, Madam Chair, or just without a
Yes, it
recommendation?
is a favorable recommendation.
I will second that and vote in the affirmative.
Roll call, please.
Roll call for document 281-20, sent to the full council with favorable recommendation. Council President LaPlante,
They are,
Council President LaPlante, your vote yes or no?
Selena is here now. We will have to take Mr. LaPlante's vote because Selena, okay.
No. So Councilor Selena Reyes,
Council
Yes.
Selena, okay. Yes, Maria, continue.
okay, yes, Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes. Motion passed. We're going to
Thank
send
you.
full council with favorable recommendation.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Cano,
Yes, I'm here.
are you ready for us now?
Yes. So I
Okay.
have the correct packet
Okay.
regarding hearing tonight. So January the 26th, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I believe that the first one is that you had mentioned was the 266, or is it 273?
73. Yes.
273. Okay, I believe that that was referred to the city engineer for a study. I'm not sure exactly if that was if we got information from him regarding that.
Then you don't have an answer for that one yet?
No, I do not.
Okay. Then can we table that matter? Can we table the item? Mr. Cano,
Yes.
Mr. Gonzalez or Ms. Council Selena Reyes, we need a motion to table item 27320.
Make a motion to table it.
Madam Chair, I believe, not that Councilor Reyes is not here, I do believe we received a packet. That's the Willoughby and Exchange Streets. I do believe we received a documentation city engineer on that. Oh, she's back today. So, I mean, if you don't have it, you may want to table it, but I believe we all received it. I'm going to.
Then Council President, then what should we do? Because I don't want to say that we're going to send it to a full council with favor recommendation. If we don't have, if Mr. Cano doesn't have the paper with him, because he is the one that is working on those matters. But if you say that we have it, I don't want it to keep it in here. I would like to send it straight to full council.
So just for your information, and not as a voting member at all on this, because Councilor Reyes is with you, I will submit to you that you did receive, we all received from Mr. Garcia a engineering report. What I'm unsure about, and maybe you could ask the Officer Cano, is whether in these circumstances does the officer also provide a police report in conjunction with the engineering report, or is it just? Or is the engineering report enough? And I don't have an answer to that, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Cano, can you explain that to us?
So when I went to that location, I did see that there was a need for making that street a one-way. And I had requested for a study by the city engineer and perhaps the city with their counterpart to make a study. I'm not sure if I know what the result was of that study. I can't say that I know. So I would not want to make something final if we can perhaps take this account for the next meeting to see what the result was of that study would be helpful.
Then will we table the matters? Item 27320?
I think it would be for both 273 as well as 274. Yes, because they're the same issue regarding the one way. And when I did go there, it needed to be addressed. And I had recommended for it to be a one way. However, pending which way was going to be the one way, going from the top to bottom or bottom to top, and what their recommendations were.
But can we
recommendations?
Can we send that to the full council with favor recommendation pending the city engineer response?
Yes.
Okay, then Maria, we're gonna do.
I think the city engineer, Felix Garcia, sent documentation on that, on both the response on 273, 274. It should be on your package.
Okay.
I know the last time I covered the meeting, Officer Cano, he couldn't give a final answer because he sent it to be reviewed by the city engineers. And they did send information.
Okay, then let's send it to the,
May I make a recommendation to have it go to the full council? Because if he responded, I'm sure that the answer is there, and I think it just needs to be reviewed, pending.
okay, then I need a motion to send it to full council with favor recommendation pending the review. I need a motion.
Motion to approve?
Second,
Roll call, please.
Roll call, is that just for both documents, 273-20 and 274-20?
Yes.
For both, okay. Roll call for documents 273-20 and 274-20 that were sent to the full council. Favorable recommendation pending the review.
Exactly.
Councilor Gonzalez,
yes.
Councilor Selena Reyes,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes. Motion passed.
Yes.
Okay, you might continue, Mr. Cano.
Okay.
Cano.
So 24320 handicap parking, 74 Bennington Street. I did not recommend for that that particular item to be passed based on the fact that the individual there was no parking on Bennington Street. There was no way that we can have any safe parking for that individual. And on top of that, I did review Alder Street, which is the street next, because it's a corner lot. My observation was that she has a 2-stall garage, which is full to capacity with, I'm not sure exactly what. And on top of that, she has sufficient space beyond the garage to park 2 more cars before reaching to the public way. When I checked the street itself, it was very limited parking based on the amount of vehicles and cars that were there and residences. It was pretty restricted based on driveways, and so I didn't recommend that they have a handicap parking in that location.
Then, Mr. Cano, then what do we do in this case? Do we vote to table the matter, or do we vote to take it out of table?
Well, I think that it would be favorable to, I mean, if you want to table the matter, but again, I recommend that it not go through, because there is no safe place to put up handicap parking close to this resident's home.
I during my time so council, I haven't seen an item in this situation where I don't know if we should eliminate it or if we should table it and just leave it on table, because I have not seen this situation before. If anybody has a recommendation. Mr.
I don't have, I can just say, this is Maria.
Okay.
And previous that I have come across, councilors, chairs, Stella Reyes, she usually sends it to the full council to be withdrawal, or it could be tabled and notify the petitioner. Or it could be sent to the full council for withdrawal and notify the petitioner of the decision, of your decision or the findings.
That sounds very good. Mr. Gonzalez has something to say.
Well, my experience years before I came back, well, Officer Cano just say it, it's no way we can approve that parking space in that street, because I've been in the neighborhood for 45 years, and before being no approved parking space in that street.
Okay, then Maria, the way that you worded this, I think is really exceptional. Then can you say that again, that we can?
You can either probably table it and notify the petitioner, or you can send it to the full council for withdrawal and also notify the petitioner of the findings of the review by Officer Cano.
I like the second part of it, and I would like somebody to make a motion. One of the council, please.
I made a motion to send into the full council meeting.
Send it to the full council and to order withdraw. Yes.
To review.
No, to withdraw, to take it out.
Yes. I support it.
You second the motion, Mr. Gonzalez.
Second the motion. Yes.
Roll call, please, Maria.
Roll call for document 243-20 that was sent to the full council for withdrawal. Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Selena Reyes,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes, motion carry.
Motion carries. Thank you.
You might continue, Mr. Cano.
Okay, document 244-20 is handicap parking in front of 216 Walnut Street. I did go by this residence and I did do the measurements. I was able to safely find location to place a handicap parking on Walnut Street, 230 feet and 210 feet to 230 feet, which would place the handicap parking in front of that residence on Walnut Street, 216 Walnut Street. So if the council does pass, that sign should be granted at that location for that handicap.
I need a
person.
motion, the councilors.
Motion to
Motion
approve.
to approve.
Motion approved by Mr. Gonzalez and second by Councilor Selena Reyes. Roll call, please.
I just have a question. This was sent to the full council with favorable recommendation. You guys ordering a public hearing on that too? Don't you need to order a public hearing?
Yes. Yes, we need to order a public hearings.
Okay. So roll call for document 244-20. Councilor Selena Reyes,
Yes.
Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Mr. Cano, can we take most of the item as a bundle together? And then, or you
Sure.
want to continue one by one?
Continue one by one. I think that it's,
Okay.
I mean, we could do all the bundle. We could cap all of them. So 236, should I mention all of them?
236.
Right, is the next.
Okay.
Let's do one by one because that way I don't lose track.
Okay.
Would that be helpful?
Yes.
That would be helpful for me.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one is 236-20. It's a handicap parking at 45 Bellevue Street at Hilltop Avenue. I did go by that location and I assessed that it would be better to have the handicap. This is a corner property. And I was able to assess that the better part for the handicap space would be right in front of the handicap ramp, which is on Hilltop Avenue. So the handicap sign would be placed 20 feet from the curb from Hilltop at Bellevue, and then 40 feet. So that's your 20 feet. And if the council approves, that handicap sign will be placed on Hilltop Avenue right at the corner there.
I need a motion to approve and send it to full council with favorable recommendation
And the
And
public
order
hearing.
public hearing.
and order a public hearing. I need a motion.
I say yes. Make a
Oh.
motion.
Mr. Gonzalez make a motion.
Second.
Second by Councilor Selena Reyes.
Okay, roll call. Roll call for document 23620 that was sent to the full council with favorable recommendation to order public hearing. Counselor Selena Reyes,
Yes.
Counselor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Counselor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next item.
So next item is docket number 239-20, handicap parking, 32 Warren Street. I went to that location as well, and I was able to locate a safe space for that petitioner where we would place the sign on Warren Street from the corner of Essex Street, going 217 feet, and then 20 feet, 237 feet. If the council approves, that handicap space will be placed in front of number 32 Warren Street.
I need a motion.
Motion
send-
to approve?
Second?
Motion to send to public hearing. Motion to send to full council, public hearing with favor recommendation.
Okay, roll call for document 23920 that was sent to the full council with favorable recommendation to order public hearing. Counselor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Counselor Reyes, Counselor Selena Reyes,
Yes.
Counselor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes, motion passed.
Motion- Thank you.
Mr. Cano, I would like to take a moment to bring item 265 as Mr. Butcher, and he has to leave. Then can we do that?
Absolutely.
Yes, then item 265-20, and we have Mr. Boucher online.
Hi, Dave Boucher, Senior Designer, National Grid, 1101 Turnpike Street, out of North Andover. 265-20 is a petition that we'd like to send to the full council. What we're asking, number 9 Appleton Street is being renovated. And with the renovation, we're upgrading the electric service there. And what we're asking from the city, what we will be at the full council, if this passes here tonight with the ordinance meeting, is for 10 feet of conduit, 2 conduits, 4 inches diameter, concrete encased, going from existing pole 3288 on Methuen Street and onto and into the property of 9 Appleton Street. That would enable us to provide them with a new service for to complete the renovation for the electric side of what they need. And if you have any questions, I could try to answer them. Otherwise, hopefully you'll be able to pass this so that we go to the full meeting sometime soon.
Mr. Boucher, I have a question. Is that going to be work on the ground or is going to be just on top of the poles?
It's underground. What we would do, but normally in a case like this, the resident or the business will have a contractor that will do the work for us, and then we will pull our conductors in it. And that contractor will go underground, as it's shown in the diagram, out of the property and then up the sidewalk area, and then sweep it up the pole. And the underground lines are approximately 30 to 36 inches deep. And then we cover them up, obviously, and then repave if need be. So
Yeah.
that's it's basically 10 feet of underground line in the public way that we're asking for tonight from that pole. Yeah.
Do you need a police for the traffic, because it's a traffic area around there?
And anytime we need police, the foreman does that on any job, whether it be this job or another one. I don't know if this particular one does need it or but whenever these contractors or our crews go about their business, they always get the police to direct the traffic around it or the pedestrians if need be to a different spot. So I wouldn't worry about that.
Then my other question is that the paving to be very strong, because sometimes the paving is too soft And when the cars pass by, it makes like a hole deep down, and then it doesn't get like to the level of the pave that we already have in there.
Yeah, the contractors do what is needed to do up to today's standards wherever they do it, and they make it smooth so that, you know, you're not going to have bumps too. So they should do that.
Any question from councilors? If you have any question, this is the time.
No question, Councilor De La Cruz.
Mr. Gonzalez, do you have a question?
No, no question.
Okay, Mr. Boucher, then we're gonna send item 265 with favor recommendation to order a public hearing, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I need one of the councilors to make the motion.
Make a motion to approve. Send it to full council.
For public hearing.
Public hearing.
Second,
Second.
roll call, Maria, please.
Roll call for document 26520 that was sent to the full council with favorable recommendation to order public hearing. Councilor Reyes,
Yes.
Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Maria De La Cruz.
Yes.
Motion passed. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Boucher.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Mr. Cano, you might continue, and I'm sorry for the interruption.
Okay. So we're gonna go through. Give me 1 second. 13. Okay, so the next one, the next one's going to be 217, correct?
Yes.
21720.
Okay.
Yes.
So 21720 is document by President LaPlante, and it's for Ware Street, making Ware Street a one-way from Corbett Road to Stevens Street. I did go by there and I observed the traffic from both directions. I noticed that the street would be recommended that it be a one-way at that location. However, I did request for a traffic study and also a review by the city engineer for his recommendation in regards to this issue. So that was my request.
Then can we send it to full council with favor recommendation to order a public hearing?
He's recommended to be reviewed by the city engineer.
And have a traffic study, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Mr. LaPlante, want to say something?
Yeah, if it's all right with you, Madam Chair, this is actually my district and my item. I do not mind that this stay here and let's get all the work done, the traffic study, the engineering and all that stuff completed. That way we have a better idea of how we should vote at the full council level. So if it's all right with you, if we could just move the studies forward and then the committee can then, after they get the responses, they can make an informed decision on a recommendation to the full council.
Then you recommend, Council President, you recommended that we
Marie?
table item?
Councilor De La Cruz?
Yes.
I just wanted to add to this that the reason for that is because of the limitation in space regarding the vehicles when they are parked on both sides because of the amount of congestion between the residents, the vehicles on the public way. And it does only allow for one vehicle, especially emergency vehicles, to get through. So it would be favorable for this recommendation for the study regarding this becoming a one-way versus the two-way that's there now.
My question, So we table the matter until the studies comes, or we send it to the full council.
If we could table it for the results of the study.
Okay, then we need a motion to table item 217, 20.
Make a motion to table it to waiting for the study.
Second, we need a second. Oh,
Okay, roll call for document 21720 that was tabled and waiting for the study review by the city engineer.
yes.
Councilor Selena Reyes,
Yes.
Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes, motion
Motion
passed.
passed. Thank you.
Madam Chair, I have a question on that item. Is it already being studied by the city engineer, or does that committee need to send it to the city engineer for a study?
Needs to be sent.
It needs to be sent. Mr. Cano, will be sent or you already sent it?
I sent a request for it to have it reviewed by the study, by the city engineer and also the traffic study company. So
Okay.
I don't know where it is in the status of that. So I apologize, but that's
Usually,
pending.
I'm sorry, but usually the committee refers it to the city engineer for their review and their recommendation.
Then can we also send it to the city engineer?
Mhm. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Cano, go to the next item.
The next item is docket 22220. It's for handicap parking located at 97 Oak Street. I did go by that location, and based on my review of the location, it's a private property. It's basically the Heritage Commons, formerly known as the 45 Camilla Tioli Way. So I went there and I spoke to the management, and I also referred this matter and spoke to briefly with the city attorney. And we, as a city, don't have any, we don't tell them how to place or what kind of regulations they can do on their private property. That's something that they have to do internally. So they understood that, and I did speak to the resident to advise him of that, and they were working with him to facilitate him with the proper signage.
Okay, then
So we can delete this, we can send this for a removal of our, city request.
I need a motion to send it to the full council to be deleted.
Make a motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Roll call for document 22220 to send the full council for withdrawal. Councilor Selena Reyes,
Yes.
Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes, motion passed.
Motion passed.
Thank you, Teresa, for the terminology.
That's Maria.
Maria and Teresa,
okay.
right? She's on there. Both of you. Thank you. All right, so the next document is document 22320. This was in regards to a business, Vision Domestic and Foreign Auto Parts, requesting for a 20-minute parking on McFarland Court at number 5, which is their business. I did go there, measured, and from the corner 20 feet, and from 20 feet, another 20 feet to 20. I believe that it should say 40. So I apologize for that, but it said 60, but it should be 40. I'll have to correct that.
And it says 30 minutes, not 20.
Yours says 30?
On my package, it says 223, item 223. It says parking 30 minutes in front of 5 McFarling Court.
Okay, give me 1 second. All right, I have 20 minutes and 2060 feet. So I would have to make some corrections on this. So is there a chance that, do we do this verbally and then correct it in writing and send it in?
Yes, then how many,
So it's going to be, it can be 30 minutes if that's what you have, or it could be 20 minutes. And it's going to be 20 feet and then to 40 feet. So that's going to be the 20 feet space for the 20-minute parking. Enough
Then
for one.
then we need a motion to send to the full council with favor recommendation, adding the 20 minutes in front of the Pike McFarland Court,
And order public hearing.
and order a public hearing. We need a motion. Mr. Gonzalez or Selena?
I make a motion to send it to the full council.
We need a
Second.
roll call, please.
Roll call for document 22320. That was sent to the full council with favor recommendation to order public hearing with decoration made from 20 to 30 minutes and from 60 feet to 40 feet. Councilor Selena Reyes,
Yes.
Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes, motion pass.
Motion passed. Thank you.
Okay. Next, Mr. Cano.
Next one is item number 22520, handicap parking, 53 Bradford Street. I did go by that location and I did measure for handicap space to be placed in front of 53 Bradford Street. So it'd be from the corner of Hampshire Street on Bradford Street going 205 feet and then 215 feet. So that would be the 20 feet that would be necessary for the handicap parking, which I do agree with and I recommend.
I need a motion to send to the full council with favor recommendation and to order a public hearing.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Roll call for document 22520 that was sent to the full council with favorable recommendation to order public hearing. Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Reyes,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes, motion pass.
Motion passed.
Next one will be item docket 23120, which is a stop sign, northbound traffic at the intersection of South Union Street and South Broadway, near number 440 South Broadway. In consultation with Councilor President LaPlante, we did discuss this with city engineer, who recommended for us to consult with Mass DOT, and they approved and agreed with that sign, and they would be working on that matter because it's not a city road, it's a state road. So they have jurisdiction over that. So I believe that they would be taking care of that matter. I'm not sure if we need to remove what we have here because it's going to be taken care of, or if we table it pending their taking care of that sign for us on behalf of our request.
Officer Cano, I think we should table it. That way we don't forget about it in case that we don't get them to fix the problem, then we can always go back and review the matter. But if we delete it, we won't be able to remember that it was there, that we need to go back. Then I need a motion to table item 231, right?
Motion to table 3120.
I need a second.
Second,
Roll call, please.
Roll call for document 23120 that was tabled. Counselor Selena Reyes,
yes.
Counselor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Counselor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes, motion passed.
Motion passed.
Next item is item docket number 19820. This is in regards to a request for a handicap sign in front of 55 Ohio Ave. I did go by that location and I assessed and measured. I did come up with a measurement of 120 feet from the corner of Ohio and Nesmith Street to a point 140 feet, which will allow for handicap parking in front of 55 Ohio Ave, in front of the constituent or resident. So it's favorable on my end if the council requests for passing.
To send it to full council with favor recommendation and order a public hearing.
Yes,
I approve to send it to the full council for the public hearing, the favor recommendation.
Second,
Roll call, please.
Roll call for document 19820 that was sent to the full council with favorable recommendation to order public hearing. Counselor Selena Reyes,
yes.
Counselor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Counselor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes, I say item 213, but it's item 19820.
Oh yeah, 19820.
Sorry for the confusion. Next, Mr. Cano.
next one is docket number 21320. This is our parking restriction from the corner of Nesmith Street and Ohio Avenue. I did go by that location and I do recall addressing the issue, which I believe was the matter, that the residents believe that the businesses on Riverside Drive were encumbering on their space in front of their houses, whether it was a customer or an employee of the business or them just parking cars there. During the summer months, I did go by, I spoke to the businesses, I explained to them why they shouldn't be parking there, and asked them to use their own private space for the customers as well as their employees. I think that that matter was taken care of. I did speak to the counselor, Giovanni Rodriguez, and he was in agreement that because in addition to, the parties did not leave any contact information, so I don't know which residents were inquiring. There is a name on here, but we weren't able to locate them, but I believe that this matter has been resolved. So requesting to table it, see if anyone again comes up and says something, or if the council wants to address it by just removing it.
I need a motion to
Remove.
table, just in case we need to go back to it.
Yeah, but you had to put with all your respect, put something in there. The reason, like Officer Cano say, they already talk about, they're not supposed to do that. Send a letter or something that we don't need to go back to that item.
Then, Mr. Gonzalez, you recommending we delete this item?
Yes.
Okay, then we need a motion to send it to full council to be deleted.
Yes, thank you.
Then we need a motion to do that?
He made a motion, right?
He has to make the motion. Mr. Gonzalez, are you making the motion to send it to the full council to be deleted?
Yes.
Then we need a second.
Second,
Roll call, please.
Document 21320 that was sent to the full council for withdrawal. Councilor Selena de Reyes,
Yes.
Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz,
Yes, motion passed. Mr. Cano,
Yes. So-
we have Mr. Councilor Pavel, who is online, and he has been there for an hour. He needs to go. With your permission, can we let Mr. Payano to, the thing is that Mr. Payano, I think, are you listening, Mr. Payano?
Madam Chair?
Yes.
¿Qué item?
If you don't mind, this is document 2620. I had a conversation with with Chairman Payano regarding this matter. He is respectfully asking not to take it up this evening. There's a few items that he just noticed that need to be cleaned up. So he would prefer that it not be brought up this evening, that it remain tabled, and then he can come back at a different time to the committee and give an overview of the changes.
Okay, then we make a motion to table item 2620. I need a motion, please.
Motion to table?
Second.
Roll call, please.
roll call for document 2620 that was tabled by Councilor Selena Reyes,
Yes.
Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes, motion pass.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cano, you might continue.
Okay, so the next one, I believe, is document number 18820, which is at 124, 126 Phillips Street. The resident was looking for no parking between the hours of 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And then the same sign would read, no parking from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., Monday through Friday, at 124, 126 Phillips Street. I met with both residents as well as with Council President LaPlante, and in consulting with the city engineer as well, it was agreed upon all parties that the current handicap sign will be removed from that existing pole and replaced by a parking restriction sign, which would give a 1 hour parking in the morning and a 1 hour parking in the afternoon, with no changes to the measurements to the existing pole. So if the council passes this document, it should be placed in front of that address.
Mr. Cano, with all my respect, I will step out from that decision, and I will ask Councilor Gonzalez and Councilor Selena to make a decision between them. For this moment, I will step out.
Madam Chair, are you relinquishing the chair at this point?
No, not the chair, but at this moment, I cannot vote for that item. I cannot vote for the item. I will ask for a motion between Councilor Gonzalez and Councilor Selena Reyes, but I won't vote for this.
I made a motion to send into the full council meeting to follow the rule to remove the handicap and give you the new sign with discretion the officer cannot describe.
Yes. Yes.
Second.
I second it.
Councilor Selena Reyes made the motion. Councilor Gonzalez second the motion, and roll call.
Roll call for document 18820. Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Selena Reyes,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Present.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Yes. You might continue, Mr. Cano.
Okay, Council Chair, may I go by the documents that I have at hand? And I won't be able to go by this list, so I'm not sure exactly how we'll proceed, but I do have documents that I believe that I have submitted that I would like to continue with, but I'm not sure what order we'll go from here.
Okay, do they have it in table? Do we table those matters before?
I believe that they're new matters that were measured for, but I'm not sure exactly where they stand. So if I give you those numbers, would that?
What's the number, and then you have to give us time to find the page number where they are located.
Okay,
Can you do the first one, please?
so the next one I have is 13720, which I do see on this document. It's at halfway.
Yes, it's all the way down, like 1, 2, 3,
Yes,
4. Yes,
correct.
3720.
Right, correct. So that, will we be able to do this one?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so handicap parking at 345 South Broadway. I did go by that location and I found that it was not a safe place to place a handicap sign at that location. I recommended that the handicap sign could be placed on the side of the home where the street is level with the sidewalk. I found that the homeowner had a 4-stall garage. And because of that, I found that it would be very difficult from the South Broadway, which is at a hill. If you don't mind that I read my words, I went to this location to meet with the applicant. I wasn't able to get in touch with them. I left my business card. 345 South Broadway is a corner lot in the front house and steps facing eastward on South Broadway. There are 3 detrimental obstacles which I deem challenging to a disabled person living in this area, wanting to make it a primary entrance. The first concern was the steep incline of the roadway heading in the direction north to south. The second was the obstacles of the steps leading to the sidewalk, to the front porch, and then to the single-family home, which had 6 steps to a landing, leading to another 6 steps to a porch landing. And from there, the applicant would have another 2 more steps to gain access to the house. The third concern was for the safety of getting out on the street, which is a heavily traveled roadway. And I just didn't feel that it was, I don't think it was a safe thing to do. The rear of the home, as I said, is on Kenneth Street. It has I'm correcting myself. It's a 2-stall garage with 2 additional parking spaces in front of it, front of the doors. And the rear side, the rear door was within feet of the garage, as well as only having 4 steps leading into the home, which is a safer entrance. And for that reason, I was denying the handicap space on South Broadway. So if the petitioner wants to ask for maybe a handicap on the Kenneth Street side, he can reapply if he wants, but I just didn't see it on the South Broadway.
And we need a motion to send a letter to the petitioner and to delete this petition, because you already did the study. We don't need to go over the same situation again. Then motion to send to full council to be deleted. I need somebody to make the motion.
Make a motion to send it to full council, to delete.
We need a
If this is a
second.
motion to, if this is a motion to withdraw, I'll second the motion to withdraw.
Selena left.
I don't believe I think she might get kicked out, Madam Chair. Her computer is on the fritz.
Then thank you, Council President LaPlante. Roll call, Maria, please.
Roll call for document 13720 that was sent to the full council for withdrawal. Council President LaPlante,
Yes.
Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz,
Yes, motion.
motion passed.
Okay, Mr. Cano, is there any other?
Yes, I have 3 dockets I'd like to take together.
A block.
Okay.
Blocks. So it's
You-
docket number 3919.
Okay, one moment, let us find it, 3919. You think it's all the way down from the pages?
I'm not sure where.
Okay.
Madam
E29.
Chair, if it's helpful, it's under February 5th, 2019,
February.
page 4.
Page 4.
Page. $119, you said?
39.
3919,
39.
4019, and 4219. Number 2 Bennington Street.
I can find it's on the. You said page 4?
Page 4,
Yes.
Madam Chair, and under table business of February 5th, 2019.
Okay, I got it.
So 3 different petitioners requesting handicap parking at these locations. So I did the measurements and I was able to do measurements for that location, one behind the other. 3919 would have from the corner of Bennington Street at Chestnut Street, going northbound, from 30 feet to 50 feet for 3919, from 50 feet to 70 feet for docket number 4019, and 70 to 90 feet. Let me say that again. Let me correct myself. So from docket number 3919, it would be 30 feet to 50. 4019 would be 50 to 70 feet. And then docket number 4219 would be 70 feet to 90 feet.
Mr. Cano, don't you think
Yes.
those parking, they are too close to each other? Are all of them on the same sidewalk?
They're on the same sidewalk. They're all residents of that building, and they all live in that section there.
Maybe they don't know the parking doesn't belong to the individuals. Parking belongs to whoever has a handicap condition. They might be thinking that it's going to be their parking because they requested. Have you explained to them about that?
I have explained to them that anyone that has a handicap plate or a sign on their vehicle has access and they can park there. I did explain that to them. They understood that. And they were in agreement. They understood.
Yeah. Then the distance from one parking to the other, you measure them. And it was so.
Yes. It gives enough space for them to be in front of their building, in front of the property, the front door.
Okay, then we need a motion to send to full council with favor recommendation for public hearing.
Make a motion to send it to the full council.
Second and discussion, Madam Chair.
Go ahead, Mr. LaPlante.
Thank you. Through you, Madam Chair, to the officer. This was sent, and I know we got a lot of new faces here, but this was actually put on the council agenda 2 years ago. February 5th, 2019. I realized that a lot of the faces that are in the Zoom meeting had nothing to do with it 2 years ago, and there's new folks and new approaches. When did you do this? Is there still a need for handicap parking? This was done 2 years. Are these people still there? They moved out, or what's the latest?
It was recently requested, so my belief is that they're still there, and I did speak to 2 out of the 3, and I was told that yes, they did need it. I'm in the assumption that they must have turned in the paperwork necessary to the secretary, Teresa Natareno. So she'd be able to perhaps give proof of their requesting the parking space. I wouldn't know for sure if that was the case just recently, or if they did it, back in 2019. So I'm not sure exactly where to go from.
Through you, Madam Chair, do we know that they actually still have a valid handicap parking placard that hasn't expired, that is still operational? Is that something is that what you're talking about? Or when you do the review, do you actually look for that as well?
Usually they,
Go ahead, Mr. Cano.
no, it's okay. I'm all set.
No, what I'm saying is that is there a way to communicate with these people? Because I'm afraid that, they think the parking is going to be for them. Then can we table those matters and then go back to discuss, to see if they still having the park that is a handicap and that they need it? Mr. Cano, do you think that we can do that? Table the matters, the 3 of them, the 3 items, and then make sure that they understand. Something people that is causing a lot of problem in the city. People are parking, and then they think that's my parking, that's my space, and they're not clear on understanding that that is the public parking for anyone with handicap plaque.
Madam Chair, it's up to you how you want to proceed. I think that, we can continue in discussion, but again, it's up to you how you want to go forward with it.
Then can we go back to a motion to table those 3 matters until you feel, Mr. Cano, that you contacted the people to let them know, because, they're requesting, but they're not owner of the parking.
Yes. I
Okay.
can discuss that with them.
I need a motion to table those 3 matters.
Madam Chair, I've got a question.
Yes.
I asked the officer a question. I wasn't sure I got the answer. The question, to repeat the question, was, did he have an opportunity to check to see if there's a valid handicap placard?
Yes, they did have it on their vehicle when I went there.
The 3 of them?
Thank you. The second question through you, Madam Chair, is when did you have a chance to last inspect this property? Was it a year ago? Was it a few weeks ago? When was that taken? Did you do this review?
Well, I went there just recently, back in the beginning of January, and then again this morning, I went there as well. So
Then, in another word, you have spoken to them already.
yes,
To the people
correct.
requesting.
I was under the understanding as well as that they were, which is not sure, but my understanding was that they were looking for a space closer to the entrance of the door versus the rear end of the building. They do have parking, handicap parking, but it's designated parking and it's per fee. So they were looking not to have to pay a fee for parking. So that's something that I can discuss with the management and see if that's something that can be resolved. But again, I didn't get involved with that. I wanted to be more of just trying to figure out, if they how is it that we can facilitate parking that's going to make it easier for them to get into the building?
Yeah, then let's table the matter, Mr. Cano, and I'm sorry that you might will investigate more. I have the feeling that we want to please them, but at the same time, 3 plaque on 1 block is a lot. But if the tenants don't know that they won't be able to park at their space, they're gonna be angry because they are the one taking the time to request this. Then I would like to ask for a motion to table the matters until we get a solution to the problems, as well as we get more information from them.
Understood.
Councilor Gonzalez or Councilor LaPlante, I need a motion.
Madam Chair, I just have one more point to make, and then I'll be happy. I'm just a guest of the committee. I don't want to hold anything up. We as a city council, quite frankly, have done a disservice to these folks without giving them an answer, whether we're going to approve it or not approve it. It's been 2 years. If I was a constituent and I put something on the agenda and I'm waiting for a response and my government's not getting back to me with over 2 years, I'd be pretty upset about that. I know that with the point that you're making, Madam Chair, I hear what you're saying. I agree. And I'll go whatever direction you want to go in, because again, I'm a guest of this committee. But I will also urge, or just have us consider, the Officer Cano has already spoken to them as recently as today to make sure they're aware of the situation. I'm not sure what further messaging he's going to be able to provide to them if we were to table it this evening. Which again, I'll do if you feel strongly about it. I will second that motion. But I also feel strongly that we got to do better. We got to do better as a government in responding. So, however you want to proceed, Madam Chair, I'm going to work with you.
Councilor Gonzalez, you have a question?
Yes, I would like to. Officer Cano did all the work. I don't see anything else that he can do. I would like to approve this, to send it to the full council with approval.
Yeah, but at the same time, we've been having a lot of problems with those parking spaces, with those handicap plaque. And if Mr. Cano tried to find a solution with the people that he needs to talk to see they can park in their space, those people are not going to be parked outside. Because my worriness is that those parking space are not for the individuals. You might request it, but they don't belong to you. Anybody with a handicap plaque will park in there. We have a situation last year where the people who solicited the parking, they never park at their space because somebody was parking in there the whole time.
Well,
Madam Chair, can I make a recommendation? Could
Yes.
maybe if Mr. Gonzalez wanted to make a motion pending, 'cause I think we can get to the same spot. You want Officer Cano to speak and make sure they're clear. This is not your spot. This is a community city spot. Mr. Gonzalez is saying we need to act on it. Maybe we should put a condition that you send it up to the full council without a recommendation, pending Officer Cano speaking and making sure that they're crystal clear as to what this means. If Officer Cano comes back to us or back to the full council and says they weren't receptive, they think it's their personal spot. I tried to convince them that this is not, but they're not being very reasonable about this. Then I would be one to say I'm not going to support it. But if they do understand that this is not theirs, this is a city resource that any handicapped person can park in, then I would be much more inclined to favor. So maybe that's a way to kind of marry both sides together.
Mr.
Thank
Cano,
you, Council President.
I would like to hear your opinion, Mr. Cano.
Well, my opinion is that, and respectfully so, I appreciate what everyone is discussing, because obviously this is an important matter. I understand the constituents' request, but part of my what I do is I go and I measure, and I try on occasion to get as much information from the party that's requesting the information. As well as safety concern is the most important aspect of my making sure that if they're asking for something, we can actually deliver it, but that they're in the best interest of their own safety. So obviously I cannot, beyond the scope of, what I do, take in totality, making it picture perfect. But I think that given the circumstances, I think that it would be a great idea to, well, again, I think that the space is there. I've seen the cars there, and I've spoken to them. I think that it would be, if it's allowed, I think that the space would be appropriate. However, that's something that as a council, you'd have to make a decision on. So maybe those constituents can come forward in the next meeting and discuss why they want it, or perhaps what they understand about that space, and see what the issue is with the complex that they're not allowing them to park there. But beyond that, I don't know exactly how to answer beyond what I have done thus far. So I apologize. Maybe moving forward, I'll try to make crystal clear the fact that, but what they're trying to get, understand that they're not entitled to it. It's something that everyone that has a handicap space is. But I think that they, in conversing with them when I did, they understood that. But again, thank you for allowing me to speak.
Then, okay. I would like one of the councilors to make a motion to send it to full council, favor recommendation, and to do a hearing, to order a public hearing. And that some people, they don't have the equipment, the computer, the phone, where they can log in, that they can discuss the matter. Then
I think that would be a good idea. That way, not only can the constituents come in front of you and speak on their behalf, but also Councilor Reyes, when she's available, she can also, because that's her district, and she'd be able to give a little bit more insight on her conversations and why they requested it. I think that would be also helpful.
yes, then Mr. Gonzalez or Mr. Councilor President LaPlante.
I make a motion
What is your motion?
to send it to the full council, full recommendation.
And public hearing.
Yeah. Yes.
Second.
It has been seconded by Mr. LaPlante. Roll call, Maria.
Okay, roll call for document that was sent to the full council with federal recommendation to order public hearings. Councilor President LaPlante,
Yes.
Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes. Before we continue, we have somebody who was online and we didn't see him, and we couldn't tell him to speak a little bit about his disclosure. The person was the employee is Andres Russo. If I call him back, then I will get disconnected from the Zoom meeting. Then Mr. Andres Russo, if you're still online, please communicate with us if you would like to do a presentation about your disclosure. I cannot disconnect from my phone because otherwise I will lose you again. Okay, if he's online, he will call us, or maybe trying to get him. You might continue, Officer Cano.
Madam Chair, I have concluded the reports that I have at this time.
Okay. Then you concluded, you finished already?
I'm finished, yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Cano. You did your homework.
You. Thank you. Thank you.
I had to give you some work from my district. Wait for the summer, for the springtime. Mr. LaPlante and I were going to walk around the neighborhood. Yes, we will. If you guys give me a chance to call Mr. Russo, I can do that, but I know I get disconnected.
Madam Chair, if you'll allow me, I'd like to make a motion to recess to allow you to make that phone call. And then once you're successful, we can come out of recess.
I need a second.
Second,
All those in favor? Roll call, Maria.
Roll call to recess, Counselor Gonzalez,
yes.
Council President LaPlante,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes.
Madam Chair, I would recommend that both Mr. Gonzalez and I both stay here. We can turn our cameras off, and then as soon as you get back on, let us know if you're successful and we can come out of recess.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Hello, Maria is back. Hi, Andres. Andres Russo is online. Andres, you have to unmute. You are muted.
What
Okay.
about now? Good? Okay.
Welcome, Mr. Russo. We are back. One moment. Mr. Gonzalez, you are muted. You are
Good
muted.
evening, everybody.
Mr. Gonzalez, you have to unmute. John, can you unmute Mr. Gonzalez? Okay.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Okay. Item
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to come out of recess.
second, Mr.
Second.
Mr.
Second.
Roll call. Maria, please.
Roll call to come out of recess. Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Council President Mark LaPlante,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz,
Yes.
motion passed.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we resume the discussion with document number 28120.
We need Mr. Gonzalez to second the motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Roll call to resume discussion for 28120. Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Council President LaPlante,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes.
Motion
Okay,
passed.
we have motion pass. We have Andres Russo, who is going to disclosure because he is a municipal employee. Question for Mr. Russo, or we're gonna let Mr. Russo to tell us what does he want?
Hello, everyone. I'm Andres Russo. I'm working for Lawrence Public School, teacher assistant. I want to be a special police in Lawrence. So I applied for disclosure because I'm working for the city. So what do you think? What do you think, guys, about that?
Andres, I know that you've been volunteering for how many
Volunteer
years?
for Australian Police 10 years.
Wow. We would like
Yeah,
to
a lot of years.
we would like to say thank you for serving in our community in a volunteer way. That has no price to be paid. And I know because I do most of the work I do in the community is volunteering. Now I'm working hard because I'm working at the hospital. But I understand how it is when you dedicate time to your community, to your city. And I know you from St. Mary Church where you have done everything. I have seen
25 years. 25 years service in there.
cleaning the floor, playing the music. I don't know why you're not a priest, but okay. I know
No,
that you have.
I can apply.
Yes. Then question, Mr. Gonzalez or Council President LaPlante.
I don't have any questions, Madam President. I just want to thank Mr. Russo for his public service, for being involved in our community in so many different ways and willing to take this opportunity right now to assist our police department in doing some of the functions and some of the things to make their job and their role just a little bit easier. And essentially, like the chairwoman said, to really contribute to our city. So thank you so much, Mr. Russo. And we've already voted this evening on your item, and I'm just proud to take that vote. And I'm looking forward to supporting you at the full council level. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Gonzalez.
Well, Mr. Russo is like my son.
Oh.
What did I say with that?
How are you, sir?
I know him for a long time. I know what he do for the city. I've been here all my life. This is my son. He's been here all his life. And I will support it 200%.
Thank you. Thank you. Andres, one more time. We would like to say thank you. And we know that whatever place you go, you're going to do an amazing job. But I like something about you.
Thank you.
You know what I like? When you made the piano.
Can you tell me, please?
Yes, when you made the piano speak. When you made the piano speak, when you hit that piano, oh my gosh. You make it sing, you make it talk.
I don't know, man.
That's a gift that you have.
I try my best.
Yes.
Yes, I try my best. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you.
Yes.
Very nice to me.
Then thank you. And I'm going to call Father Jorge and I'm going to say he is with us one more time.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you and have a good night. Thank you for being here. We already saying your item number is 2281-20. We already sent it to full council with favorable recommendation. Then thank you
very much. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Oh,
yeah.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night now.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.
We don't have any more items to discuss for tonight. We're going to leave everything that is table. And we're going to...
Bye, Mr. Gonzalez. Bye.
Bye.
We're going to ask one of you to make a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call, Maria.
Roll call to adjourn. Council President Mark LaPlante,
Yes.
Councilor Gonzalez,
Yes.
Councilor Maria de la Cruz.
Yes.
The meeting adjourned at 8:49.
Nice
Thank
job,
you.
Madam Chair. Nice job, Mr. Gonzalez.
Thank you. You did a good job. And let me tell you, before we close, thank you because the two of you are new in your position. You as Council President, Mr. LaPlante, thank you. We're going to get more honey from you now. Yes. Mr. Gonzalez, it's such a wonderful pleasure working with you again.
Thank
He
you.
is
My
the
pleasure.
man. If I tell you a beautiful story about Mr. Gonzalez, I used to take kids from the city of Lawrence to Water Country, and the kids were having no money. And I would say, Mr. Gonzalez, this is part of my check. I'm going to give you maybe a third of the amount to take us to Water Country. Then I will never forget that because a lot of kids have good time at Water Country going on your buses. Then thank you one more time and welcome.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Yes. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
All righty.
You did a good job, and I
Thank
hope I
you.
did a good job. Bye-bye.
You're talking about the president.